basically sign in here. The location that we're going to be cleaning up is from the Coast Guard station over there, that brick building, all the way to the bridge past Perkins Pier. And so once my colleague comes back with more stuff, I'll give you all a bag, gloves, and some of these flags. And basically, don't clean up any glass or any sharps like needles or anything like that. If you see sharps, use one of these flags and just tag it, and then text me that number, the location where that is, and I'll go clean it up afterwards. Okay. We're cleaning up until like 10:15, 10:20 if you want to come back here with your bags. And then we're bringing all of the trash up to Church Street, where we're going to do like a demonstration and kind of figure out what's in the trash so that we
sorting.
can...
We're going to sort.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we may say it depends on how wet the trash is, I think. It may be something other than sorting, but generally it's sorting, yeah. Send you a 2, but then I'll have you can take your buckets still, and you can dump them in this bag. Love it. What a rock star.
On the head.
Oh, like a tennis racket? What is that?
Really?
Yeah.
Like a golf club? Oh my god.
Someone who's having a bad day. Right. Oh, we got some. For me. All right, and I'll send you with some bags.
You guys are too good.
All right, keep up the stellar work.
Do you want your buckets?
Yeah, I will take.
Sure. I'm Julie Silverman with the Conservation Law Foundation. I'm the Lake Champlain Lake Keeper, and I'm part of the Lake Champlain Basin Marine Debris Coalition that we're working with volunteers cleaning up Lake Champlain of all sorts of debris that's washed in from the land, but also from boats. So everything from plastic, water bottles, sheeting material, and a lot of foam that's washed in. So we're really cleaning it up, and then our goal is to get data collected about all of this debris so we can actually stop it at the source. So we're really excited to be here for Earth Day celebration, celebrating Lake Champlain and celebrating all these amazing community members that we have coming out and working with us today.
I've participated in Green Up Day before, but not this particular event, because I work for the Lake Champlain Committee, so we're part of this Marine Debris Coalition that Julie was talking about. And yeah, it's very heartening to see the amount of people that came out. I think that just in our group there was like 20 or so people, and then there's another section down by Perkins Pier, so it's coming out in the rain, people still show up for the waterfront, for the lake, so it's good to see.
Okay.
Keeps you motivated.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Anything for you, Flo?
It's a great day for a cleanup. There's a beautiful fog on the lake.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more fun than I expected.
There's a lot of people living in here, and we're just steering clear of that area. And there's also huge areas of abandoned trash that I really wish the city would take some responsibility for and come clean up, because it's beyond what volunteers can do, and it would really make our waterfront a lot better.
need to research. I saw them everywhere.
Yeah, we took a picture, like, what
Yeah.
is this?
I don't know. I need to find out more about. Did anybody else see those adorable yellow snails?
Yes,
up there? Gajillions of them. They're kind of like the color here. I don't know. I don't know what they are. Any scientist here that knows what the little yellow snails
I'm looking into these
good.
snails.
Good. Yeah, that'd be great.
No, you're good.
They're not the banana slugs from Seattle.
It looks like it's in the genus Septia.
Okay, does it have a common name?
Yeah. No, they did not have a cucumber.
Just taking the photo. I'm taking it.
Yay! On the count of 3, we can say Happy Earth Day. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy Earth Day!
Okay, one more.
What are we saying this time?
Earth Day's every day.
Yeah, we say Green Up Vermont. 1, 2, 3. Green Up Vermont!
Thank you so much.
So all of this trash is going to head up to Church Street, and it's going to be right outside of City Hall, so like Lower Church, and we're going to do like a public sort. If anybody's interested, go get yourself some ice cream. Did everyone get a coupon? If you didn't, they're right on the table, so please grab one.
And apples and sanitizer. So
And apples and
we're
sanitizer.
tabling inside but sorting outside.
I think we could. They're going to everybody else is tabling inside. He said that we can put together all of the tents that they were going to rent. There's like 5 of them, and we can sort outside.
Oh, I didn't know that part of the story.
Yeah.
I only got half of them.
My friends are here for class. They have a water class at UVM that they're learning about all this in class. I'm kind of just here,
In case
but
you're wanting to do,
it's been a great time. Super worthwhile.
make sure
I think
that you're on the sign up and let
if,
us know we have both the Rozalia Project.
if this could be
and
like something
the
mandated,
Lake
honestly,
program
that'd be great. People
and we're gonna try
people should get out here and
within the basin, and
just
also
pick up
those
trash.
Of you that,
You know,
are
like
interested
that's-
in learning more
it's a simple thing.
Round of
but-
applause! Well done! Yay. Folks who are just coming back in, that's awesome. There's a bag right here that has dirty gloves and then hand sanitizer and dirty glove bag. Yes, thank you all. Brilliant. Yes, please try that. That's all driven by big oil. It never goes anywhere. And so what we really need to do is to basically stop big oil and say, no, we don't want this anymore. And what they've done is good for treasures. Like, you can see it.
This one's a little bit easier to aim at too. Yep, just watch your feet there. You got it?
Right there, hold that. Make sure
All right.
you get it out the wheel.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, you ready? Aim to
Watch where you're
yeah.
Watch where you're aiming it.
Yeah, it does. And look, it's lighting up.
You could probably
It's making
hook a
power.
hamster wheel to a generator too. I thought about getting one for the cat. So my name's Andrew Grant. I'm a local science teacher, science and math interventionist, and I also do some private tutoring outside of school. This equipment all here, I discovered it's from the Vermont and New Hampshire Energy Education Program. I discovered it while planning some of my high school classes, and I thought it would be a really cool idea to try to put together a summer camp, all about renewable energy and electricity, and how that affects our climate. So I've partnered with VEEP, Vermont Energy Education Program, as well as, that one doesn't roll off the tongue as nicely, NHEEP, that's New Hampshire, and then Generator Makerspace here in Burlington. So I'm hoping to host this camp August 11th to August 15th. I've got some of the equipment on display here, a wind turbine set up, generating some electricity. This here is just the generator set up without any power so that people can see what it looks like. Some handheld generators here, multimeters, solar panels set up, and then the one that you just saw me demonstrate down there, that's that's Veep's hydropower kit. Comes with a couple different turbines, and it works the same way. Just spin the turbine and produce some electricity that way. So camp is going to be all about the different ways to produce electricity, how we distribute it, where we might be wasting or losing energy in our homes, and how we can transition to a clean energy future.
It's only 2 miles from the house, so okay. I've been planning to want to come out and take a look at this.
Okay, nice. We have an event tomorrow, actually, Spectacular Nature Day. It might be a little bit rainy, but it would be a good time to see what's going on down there. Our landscape would be yeah, and we have a bike bloom event coming up soon in partnership with Old Spokes Home, which I think
they were just telling me about that.
Yeah, so there's lots happening down there right now.
Is that, do you have information pamphlet? Can I?
Yeah, this is our trail map. So we have 4 miles of trail, public trails down there.
So we're a climate justice organization. So we are just spreading information about the different types of groups that we have within our organization, and some of those are our transportation working groups, our legislative working groups. We have weatherization. We have biomass working group. And so we're looking for folks that want to get more engaged and volunteer to work with us.
Anyone else? And we work a lot in Burlington, but also they're working on town energy plans in Williston and Essex, and working to try to get the weatherization throughout Chittenden County. So we don't want to just be seen as a Burlington group.
Okay, so what's all this material here about?
You want to color?
So,
go ahead.
Well, so we have some handouts. This has a link to giving some feedback or comments on the Vermont Climate Council regarding transportation.
Yeah, so we're the transportation group would love folks to make comments in regards to transportation. However, they are looking for feedback on any part of the 2025 draft. They're looking for comments to be sent before May or by May 1st.
Another handout we have is about the McNeil plant. 350 Vermont would like to shut the McNeil plant down because it's one of the biggest emitters of carbon in the state. Yeah. So that has some information. And
we have some coloring over there for anyone that is interested in coloring.
Yes.
Okay, so what are you doing here today?
Hi, so I'm actually with the Chittenden Solid Waste District, and I'm here showing people how to build their own vermicomposting system, which is like composting, but you can do it indoors and with some worms too.
Okay.
So right now I've just been spending a little bit of time shredding up some newspaper and some paper towels, getting it wet, and I've also started to fill the inside of a 5-gallon which I drilled holes along the inside for aeration. And then once this is all full up, it'll be pretty much ready to start adding in some worms. They need just a little bit of soil to get it going, and then you can start adding in your food scraps, and you can compost completely indoors, which is excellent if you have an apartment. So these are the guys that I'm going to be incorporating into the vermicomposting system today. They're a little camera shy because they're not a big fan of the light, but basically these are going to be red wiggler worms. Ooh, there he is.
Okay.
Red wiggler worms, Icena fetida, are great for vermicomposting systems because they eat a wide variety of foods. They're not native to Vermont, but fun fact, Vermont doesn't have any native worms at the moment. We have 15 varieties of worms, and all of them come from elsewhere. But these guys actually can't stay outside of their vermicomposting system or they will die. But once they have their home set up, they'll be able to happily live indoors. They'll be able to eat most foods with the exception of meat, fish bones, and then some harsher foods like citrus. And you can have great vermicastings, which is worm poop that you can apply to your plants, and you can use it for all of your house plants or outdoor plants.
Hi, I'm a UVM environmental science student, and I'm here with the Vermont CCL, which is the Citizens Climate Lobby, and we are a bipartisan grassroots organization advocating for climate change reform, clean energy, and carbon fee and dividend, which makes companies pay for the carbon they emit. We're working as a chapter and with the national organization to push clean energy reform and get people to get out and lobby to their representatives to make change for a better future. Thank you.
So what's the wheel?
Oh, yes. This wheel you can spin to answer some climate change trivia, and you can win a sticker or a prize. And over here we have some postcards that you can sign and send to our Vermont representatives. We have Senator Sanders and Senator Welch, as well as Representative Ballant. And they all have the same message, which is lobbying them for clean energy reform bills.
Hi, I'm Colin Keegan with the Vermont Natural Resources Council. We work on all sorts of environmental issues at the state level, and today we're asking people to ask their legislators to support a strong climate action plan. There's a public comment listening tour online on May 1st, and you can also enter a public comment on the website. So the bags is chocolate from Lake Champlain Chocolate. We're also giving out some wildflower seeds today for people who stop by the table.
We're very enthusiastic.
And how does it work with the little arrow? Yeah, so we are Friends of the Winooski River. We're a local watershed group, nonprofit, and we work to protect and restore the Winooski River, which flows from Cabot to Lake Champlain. It's 88 miles. And we are just sharing resources today with landowners, people visiting, whoever wants to. We have a stormwater management guide, how to build a rain garden. Yeah, and we have a couple paddling events coming up, so we're collecting emails if you want to be informed of how to get involved. Yeah, so we're happy to be here. We've been around for over 25 years now. Yeah. We're small but mighty. We have 3 full-time staff, but we cover a lot of ground. We do a lot. And we have wonderful volunteers like Annette who come out and join us for events. So yeah, we have a lot of help from our volunteer base. Couldn't do it without them.
You only hug these sticks.
Yes.
So like I'm Stu Lindsay with Walk to Shop, and our goal is to get more people walking more often. People don't realize how easy it is to walk to the grocery store, and the shopping trolleys that we offer just make it so much easier for somebody to be able to carry a load home. So it's both environmental, economics, it's better for your health, everybody wins.
Nowadays, it's more important than ever to be able to, if you can, get out and walk to shop instead of getting in a car. Oil is a finite resource. It's very expensive, especially if one lives alone, to get in a car, to commute to a place. The benefits of being able to walk, if you have the benefit of living in a walkable city, take advantage of that if you can. It's massively undervalued, the ability to slow down for a moment and appreciate the community that you live in, as well as making a good environmental impact while you're at it. So I do have this shoulder bag here, which is fantastic, but the carry capacity on this one is roughly 40 pounds. And so this is allowing me to do another level of shopping where it would be a little bit at a time. I can now get most, if not all of my shopping done much more readily, and being able to get it back up these hills with pretty good ease.
Okay, hi there. I'm Becca White, and I'm a solar community organizer, and I work for the solar company SunCommon. We're a mission-driven company and a B corporation. We're based out of Waterbury, Vermont, and we're actually the largest solar installer for residential solar in the state of Vermont, with over 10,000 customers. And we're here at Earth Day talking about solar, talking about battery backup with solar, and it's a great opportunity to talk to people who are interested in solar for the renewable energy, the energy independence, but also saving money long term on your electric bill. So it's a great opportunity if you've been thinking about how you can take an Earth Day action, even looking at your home to see if it's a sunny enough spot to go solar. It's a good time to do it. We're heading into spring, so you don't want to miss another summer if you can. So, yeah.
Hi, my name is Ashley Sullivan. I'm with the Rozalia Project, and this is Julie.
Hi, how are you?
She is with the Conservation Law Foundation, and we are here on Church Street as part of the Earth Day Marketplace celebration, doing a public sort of marine debris. So earlier this morning, we had about over 50 volunteers from the community that came out to the Burlington Waterfront to pick up marine debris along the shores of Lake Champlain. And now what we are doing is we brought that debris up here and we are sorting it into different categories in an effort to better understand this problem and help that allow that data to tell a very compelling story that we can use to drive solutions.
Solutions like policy and legislation that we can bring forward with that data to understand things like all the foam that we have in the water, where did it come from and what can we do about it? So in the 2024 legislative cycle, we passed a ban on uncovered or unencapsulated dock foam. And so that's to prevent more foam from coming out into the water and polluting the lake and all of our waterways.
Yeah, and also the data can also help us in education and prevention programs. So we are actually a part of a newly formed coalition tackling marine debris on Lake Champlain. And one of those initiatives is education and outreach to local community, doing events like this, as well as other stakeholders along the lake. Yeah.
Great. So how long have you done this before? How long have you been doing it?
Yeah, so Rozalia Project has been doing marine debris cleanups in Vermont since about 2012. So, you know, a little while now, almost 15 years. And the coalition is newly formed. We just started the coalition this past fall. And so it's great to have more community groups coming together to help focus on this issue. And as far as these public sorts on Church Street, this is the 4th time we've been up here for Earth Day, actually in partnership with the city. And then we also do a big cleanup up on the marketplace every September as well. So we've been up here since maybe 2018. You know, yeah, trying to raise awareness. And
our other partners that aren't here right now are Sea Grant, the Vermont Boat and Marina Association, the Lake Champlain Committee, and we also have a group down in New York, the Lake George Association, which is great. So they're all part of the Lake Champlain Basin watershed, because about 25% of the population in Vermont actually gets all their drinking water from Lake Champlain. And so if all of this debris is ending up in our drinking water supply, it's a really big problem for not only environmental health, but our personal health as well. So it's a really important issue to get all of this debris, plastic primarily, out of our waterways and off our landscape. And that's the data that we're collecting helps us inform all that policy and legislation moving forward. This data will be used, like we use the data on foam that the Rozalia Project has been collecting, and also the folks over in Plattsburgh at SUNY Plattsburgh. All of that data was used to help inform the legislation related to dock foam. Currently, we don't have any legislation in the State House right now that we're working on, but we know that we can bring this data forward. For example, thinking about a modernized bottle bill in the future that would include wine and cider and other beverage containers. We can bring this data forward and share that data with the folks working on that legislation, maybe next year, maybe a couple of years from now.
And also the data can be used at the national level. For example, Congress just reintroduced, some of our legislators just reintroduced the Farewell to Foam Act, which would ban polystyrene foam foodware across the nation. Right? And so data from Vermont that we're collecting helps contribute to those national data sets as well. So it's important stuff.